Hello, welcome back to Hyper Gossip, the channel where we dive into the stories making headlines, uncovering both the shocking details and the bigger picture behind them. Today's focus is on a case that has left many people talking. Ezekiel Kelly sentenced to life in prison. What happened? Then and now, 2025. This story is not about glamour or celebrity, but about a young man whose choices and violent actions changed lives forever and ultimately led him to spend the rest of his life behind bars. Ezekiel Kelly became a widely recognized name in 2022 when he was arrested following a horrific shooting spree in Memphis, Tennessee, that left several people dead and many others injured. His crime spree shocked not only the local community but the entire nation, as news outlets broadcast the tragic events that unfolded during that terrifying day. At the time, Kelly was only 19 years old, but he already had a history of with the law, including prior arrests and gang-related activity. What made this case so unsettling was not just the brutality of the crimes, but also how quickly it spiraled out of control and how many innocent lives were affected in just a short period of time. In the aftermath, families were left grieving, communities demanded justice, and authorities faced intense pressure to ensure accountability. Fast forward to 2025, and Kelly's trial has reached its conclusion, a life sentence in prison. The court ruled that the severity of his crimes, the loss of innocent lives, and the lasting trauma he caused warranted the maximum punishment under the law. For the victims' families, the sentencing brought a sense of closure, though nothing could ever fully heal the pain of their loss. For the wider public, it was a sobering reminder of how quickly violence can tear communities apart and how important it is to address the root causes of crime before tragedy strikes. Looking back at Kelly's then compared to now, his story is a stark example of wasted potential and the devastating consequences of destructive choices. At one point, he was just a young man with his whole life ahead of him, but involvement in gangs, repeated run-ins with the law, and a failure to find a positive path forward ultimately sealed his fate. His now is a lifetime spent behind prison walls, a reality that contrasts sharply with the lives of those he hurt, lives that can never be restored. This case has also sparked important conversations about youth violence, the justice system, and how communities can work together to prevent similar tragedies in the future. So, when we say Ezekiel Kelly sentenced to life in prison, what happened? Then and now, 2025. It's more than just a headline, it's a cautionary tale about choices, consequences, and the need for stronger support systems that can steer young people away from destructive paths. It is a story that will continue to echo, reminding us of the fragility of life and the importance of accountability.